Time world champion, multiple time best lifter at the world championships, multiple time Sheffield participant. Her resume stacks up with anybody else in the game. 222.5 kilos for her opening squat. Took an injury in prep for this event, abductor injury. Could have pulled out. Said she wanted to be here.
Just to correct myself there, actually the junior world squat record still belongs to Amanda. And here she is now.
Yeah, that'd be a tough one to beat.
Yeah. Like you said, we can still see some huge numbers from Amanda today. Not going to be pushing that top end, I wouldn't imagine. She doesn't need to, but still so impressive, even when she's capping herself.
It's appreciative when somebody Amanda's caliber, who definitely won't need a total here to stay on Team USA, shows up in respect for the event and respect for the crowd and people who are here. 3 white lights.
Yeah, like you said, it shows a lot of
kilos. Taking a 12.5 kilo jump. Crowd cheers as the reigning world champion takes to the platform. When you hear that name come out of those speakers, the crowd's going to respond.
even if she's not pushing out her top numbers, she's taking it as seriously as she would be if she was.
Yeah, I mean, even for Amanda Lawrence, 235, this is work.
Not too much work, though.
Well, it was still work, though, and I'm paying attention to how she leaves the platform. Keep in mind, she did have an abductor injury, and that is definitely going to hamper that squat. Amanda Lawrence, 242.5, 7.5 kilo jump, and this is a pretty big jump, but she's also a lot more ratcheted up the intensity for this one, taking it a lot more seriously.
Yeah, and just because she has got 256 before doesn't mean that's there every single day. 242.5 is still a huge squat.
I'll be honest with you, this is closer to her top end than I thought she might go today.
And Amanda isn't really the athlete to pull punches if she has the opportunity to go as much as she can, push herself.
Whoa, yeah, look at you come in here saying, look, we're just gonna take it easy. We got worlds coming around, coming off an injury. I just want to show up. And you smell the chalk in the back, the crowd's out there chanting your name, and all of a sudden, you're loading up 242.5.
It's very easy to plan for an easy day and not to tell your coach to load it up. You can feel the intensity on the platform.
Locks in tight. Whoa, and Amanda's so strong.
Yeah, it's work, but it's a good lift, and I think she'll be happy coming off of an injury, being able to still post with 242.5.
You know what, for a day that she's obviously not. Amanda Lawrence up next. 125, she's previously hit 135, and Amelia, if she's opening this heavy, I gotta think maybe she isn't holding back quite as much as we thought.
Yeah, and we know Amanda doesn't like to be beaten, and in total, no one really usually comes close, but 284s are opening bench after her, and maybe that's something that she wants to contend with.
She wants to win every single battle. And if the bench battle they want, then that's what she's gonna give these ladies.
Of course, her injury wouldn't have affected too badly her bench press.
That's true as well. It was an abductor injury.
Yeah, very comfortable opener for Amanda. 3 white lights, a good lift.
2.5 awaits Amanda Lawrence. 135 is her bench PR. Didn't expect to see getting this close to her previous personal best in just the second round.
Yeah, a lot of progress, I suppose, that we've seen. And like I said before, I imagine feeling pressed from a couple other lifters in her flight for the first time in a while.
In the bench press event, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course, in the bench press. For a second there, I thought she was going to close grip the 132. It's a little tougher, but as to be expected. And
So let me ask you, is it a 2.5 kilo jump to match her previous personal best, or do you think she's going to go for a PR?
I think she would want to go for a PR, but I think the safer option is that 2.5 kilo jump, and that's probably the discussion her and Joey are having right now.
Strong on the day in 137.5 for Amanda Lawrence. I think it's a good move. Look at, if it's the World Championships, you're going head to head, and you need kilos towards your total. You can't risk reaching and overreaching. I get it, but today, not the case. And if she wants to leave with a PR that's not going to re-aggravate any injuries, this would be the one.
Really hyping herself up. This, like you said, a PR for Amanda. Attempting it just a few weeks before Open Worlds. And in terms of her total, she doesn't need to do this. She wants to. That's enough.
And to be honest, she doesn't need to be here, but she wants to. And I respect that. Oh!
Wow.
And Amanda Lawrence collects herself a PR on the bench press.
I've got to say, it made it look a little bit more convincing in her second.
Put her at a 610 kilo total.
Yeah, and Amanda, as expected, not really in danger of having to look behind her. Has a deadlift PR and world record of 269. So near 40 kilos more than this.
Not entirely sure she baby powdered her legs. This will be a leisure opener for her then. Wow.
Yeah, and it is. And being 40 kilos below her personal best, you'd expect that to be as easy as it was.
507, just like that. Our next weight, 380. We start round 2. Kenya.
Easy work for Amanda Lawrence. Amanda Lawrence, 255 kilos.
And like we said, there's no need for her to push, but this does land her 14 kilos below her world record of 269 on her second attempt. Interested to see how this moves. Interested more so to see what she'd then put on for that third attempt, Ryan.
Well, it'll move her total to 635.
Her PR total world record at 647.
I'm going to be honest, to be this close to her overall best.
It bodes well for Germany in a few weeks' time for sure.
Clearly, she's in decent enough conditioning. She's got time to improve upon this as well. Yeah, she's full on talking to herself here. She's definitely taking this seriously, hyping herself up. A little slow at the top, but it moves relatively nice.
And it is a good lift, 318. Yeah, it definitely slowed down. It's a lot of weight, and I think after seeing Meg Scanlon's performance earlier,
Is 267.5 loaded from Amanda Lawrence, massive deadlift, and believe it or not sure how we got here based off the discussion I had with Amanda earlier, but an unofficial world record total and an official American record total of 647.5.
yeah, this is half a kilo above her world record total and not too far off her world record deadlift of 269. You know, we said that she was going to have a relatively easy day, and like you said, she said that to us before
This is what she said, yeah, this is what she said to me, but
I don't think that she was joking. I think she was serious at the time, and as the day's gone on, she realized how close she could be to it, and
think so.
with no one tailing her.
well, whether or not she hits this, she's already walking away with a bench press PR.
Yeah, and with 10 weeks to go until Germany, 267.5, 1.5 kilos off of her deadlift world record, half a kilo over her total world record. Already your national champion, going to Germany in 10 weeks' time.
The crowd is chanting her name and on their feet. Can the young lion roar one more time for us before we close the show on the women's?
She gets it going.
Just at the knees, but you know what? Hats off to Amanda Lawrence. I mean, as soon as she's eligible